Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? Hope all of you will be fine. Today we will study about ionic bond. Let's define ionic bond. It is the electrostatic force of attraction between positively charged cation and negatively charged anion is called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. This bond is formed between metals and nonmetals. What are metals? I have already told you in the topic of periodic table that metals always lose electrons and form positive ion, I mean cation, while nonmetals always gain electrons and form anion. Example of ionic bond: formation of sodium chloride NaCl is the famous example of ionic bond. You know, sodium chloride is the salt which we use in the cooking for the salt for the taste enhancer as a salt. Let's see the structure of formation of NaCl. Here we can see sodium atom, and it is the outermost shell of sodium atom. We have already studied in the electronic configuration that sodium has 11 electrons, 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, and 1 in the last shell, and the last shell electron is highlighted with red color. Now we go to our chlorine atom, and we know chlorine has the atomic number of 17. Its mean chlorine have 17 electrons, and we know the method of electronic configuration, filling of electrons in the shells, and there is a whole vacant space in the chlorine which is showing that its octet is not complete. So sodium will transfer its one electron to chlorine. Hence, both of the atom will attain electronic configuration like noble gases, and octet of both atoms will be complete. Now here we can see right side of the arrowhead, sodium gain positive charge after losing electron, and here you can see this is the positive charge on sodium because sodium has lost its one electron. And here we can see chlorine gain electron and carry negative charge. So opposite charges attract each other. Hence sodium will react with chlorine and will form sodium chloride. Here you can see sodium chloride. This is the formation of sodium chloride, and this is the example of ionic bond. Here you can see sodium is a metal, because it always loses electron and form cation. And chlorine is a non-metal because it is gaining electron, receiving electron, and forming anion. And you know that ionic bond is formed between metal and non-metals. Properties of ionic bond. All ionic substances are solid in nature. When we actually here in the title properties of ionic bond, we are talking about properties of ionic compounds. All ionic substances, ionic compounds are solid in nature. All ionic solids have high melting and boiling points. For example, NaCl melts on 801 degrees Celsius temperature. You know, at 100 degrees Celsius, water start boiling, and you can imagine that what will be the temperature at 801 degrees Celsius. It is very high temperature at which NaCl, sodium chloride, melts. Ionic solids are mostly soluble in water. As you can see, this is the task for you. You have to perform it physically in your kitchen. Take 1 spoon of NaCl from the kitchen and dissolve in 1 glass of water. You will see that sodium chloride, NaCl, is completely dissolved in water, and this is one of the property of ionic compounds, that ionic solids are mostly soluble in water. This was our today's lecture. Now it's your work to learn and write ionic bond complete topic on your chemistry notebooks, and take care of yourself. And if you have any question about this topic, you can ask in your WhatsApp group or in comments section. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.